Hey, welcome back. I'm out here taking some shots with the new Super Hornet, the bigger brother to the tiny Hornet. And I had a pretty good video going a few minutes ago, and or at least I thought I did. And I looked up and I hadn't turned it on. So I've had a few mistakes since then, but I don't know if you can see it's getting dark. There's a can down there. I'll try to take a few more shots at it. It's wider outer. It's around 83 mil outer gap, and it's easier for a namer than the tiny Hornet is. I can move up on the cheekbone, and I think with some practice might work out pretty good. Now, that's the tiny Hornet in comparison, and that one is made out of quarter. This 1/2 inch, I make these out of half too, but you can tell how much difference there is there. I think the tips are around 24. I basically moved the tips from the honey badger over to the tiny Hornet, and that's how I came up with the Super Hornet. I made a few in the white as well. That might give you a little better idea on the size difference. Tiny Hornet, Super Hornet. This one in white, HDPE. Everything's the same except the fork tips, and it added that much to it. Y'all remember me shooting, probably been a couple weeks ago now. Haven't been out shooting as much, working in the garden some, and we've had some inclement weather this week. And this is the Wolverine. Maybe a couple of you out there's got one, and I thought it could use a little more palm swell at the end of the handle to push your hand forward. But I mostly made this one for me. Of course, I'd make one for somebody if they wanted it. Made this bigger, and well, it's much better. Gives you more support. It's 100 mil outer, and don't get a whole lot of demand for that. Seems like 90 is pretty much the most popular out there, and I think I've heard maybe 85's next. Speaking of which, in 90, I've got a newer frame. It is similar to the honey badger, but I've flared the palm swell out on it, and it's made for a good hold. This is 90 mil outer, and this is you've seen a couple of those wood that I put, the darker colored wood, oak and some cedar, and some of the larger size chalices I put purple heart on. Well, this is similar template to the smaller frame that I'd done, but I made one in HDPE. I don't know what I'll call it. I've got one bigger that, matter of fact, I'm working on one of Osage orange right now, trying to get it wound up. Called a tater. I don't know what I'll call this. Maybe I call this a tater tot. I don't know. Y'all can tell me in the comments down there what you think. I can't remember what it is. It seems like it's around an 80 outer, something like that. Just a small chalice. Tad more in the Y shape right here. But, there we go. Tater tot. I don't know what I'm gonna call this. Maybe the Osprey. I don't know. I kind of thought that might work, since I got some Hornets, and or and honeybee and bumblebee. And of course, these will just be white Super Hornet and white tiny hornet. But appreciate y'all stopping by, and everybody stay safe out there. And I'll catch you next time.